Alright guys, well welcome back. This is video 2 of 3 of our previews for Zendikar Rising products coming out tomorrow for excellent cool games. Here we have a collector booster box that we are going to crack. Now collector boosters, for those who are unfamiliar, are the premier booster pack opening experience. Inside you're going to find basically all foil cards, extended and alternate art cards, foil showcase style cards, foil lands. There's a chance for foil expeditions, and there's this ancillary slot that can be, stuff that's not typically opened in normal boosters. So it's just going to be a really cool, kind of cool experience. Also included in collector boosters are 2 non-foil Zendikar Expeditions. And what we're going to do is we're going to open 6 packs, and we're going to open an expedition, and then we're going to open 6 more packs, and we are going to open the other expedition. So with that being said, let's dive in. I did shift the camera for video 2. It's much closer to the table, and I think we're going to be in luck. Getting able to read some of these cards. So here we've got this. We have 1 expedition. We have another expedition. So those are going to be exciting. We're going to put those here. We'll put those down here, bottom. Well, no. We're just going to put them off frame for now because we want to focus on our packs. So here we have some booster packs. We have some booster packs over here, and then we have our cool display box, which does have a really neat picture of Omnath on it. I really kind of like the art on that. Yeah. So this is a 15-card collector booster pack. Let's dive in and we'll show it off. Alright, so right off the bat, we're going to get a Mesa Lynx, Molten Blast. Here, I'm going to go a little deeper, so here we go. Yeah, I can actually read the cards on the video, so that's cool. And here he's binding. So all, they're just all foil. Dreadworm, Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield that you control, gains indestructible until end turn. That's kind of cool. Oh, here's one of the clerics. I don't think this I've been looking at this guy. I don't think he's going to make the cut. I was looking at whether or not like a cleric commander deck. And okay, here we've got an elemental that taps to add a green. I think this could be played in maybe in the elemental decks. And the cool part is as you can see, it flips around, and here we've got a land. So if you are a land light, so we've got a full art foil mountain. That's really pretty. That's cool. Awesome. Okay, so here's one of those extended border. This is a Skyclave Apparition. I don't even know what the card does, so I'm gonna. All right, when it enters the battlefield, exile up to 2 target non-token permanents you don't control with converted mana cost 4 or less. When it leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates an XX blue illusion creature token where X is the converted mana cost, the total converted mana cost of the cards. Okay. So what gets exiled does stay gone. So that's really kind of neat. That's interesting. Here we've got a foil Felidar Retreat. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Landfall, whenever this creates cat beasts. Whenever a land comes into play, and you get counter on each of your creatures you control, and they gain vigilance until end of turn. So we've got a foil Felidar Retreat. So here we've got one of those alternate border cards. This is This is common, but I think this can be any rarity. So Prowling Felidar, Skyclave Pickaxe. So this is an alternate art equipment card. Kind of cool that they've done equipment that's color, artifacts that are colored, man. Again, I like when they do that. Woohoo, that's cool. So, Branch Health Pathway. This is one of the dual lands. So we've got a full art. Here, I'm gonna put everything else down so we don't, because when I flip it, we're gonna see it here. Because here's the other side of that card. Boulderloft Pathway. It's really pretty. Okay, now, this is just a token. So here's that next card. Bam. Oh, it's really pretty. It's a Brushfire Elemental. It's a haste. Can't be blocked. And then gets +2/+2 whenever landfall. So that's cool. Oh, really pretty. So this is a full art extended Coral Helm Chronicler. Whenever you cast a kick spell, discard, draw a card, discard a card. Enters a battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a card with a kicker ability and put it in your hand. Very cool. And then this is a 2-sided. All right, so we've got 12 packs, so we're going to need to cruise through these a little bit faster. I just kind of wanted to go slow through that first one so we could kind of show off what we were going to be up to. So we're going to Ardent Electromancer. Oh, this is a cleric that's going to go into the cleric decks. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses a life. Because, I mean, that just straight up is part of some of those infinite combos with some of the black enchantments. Geopedes. Oh, another cleric that's definitely making the cut in some of those cleric decks. Okay, so I'm wondering if we get a full art every. I would guess yes. Cool, that's really pretty. Oh, look who's back! It's Anawan, the Rune Thief, but this time he is extended border. That's kind of cool. Here we have a Skyclave Shade, a Dreadworm on alternate art, Territorial Scythecat alternate art. Legendary creature. Okay, so this is the Avenger of Zendikar. Yep. So this guy mirrors kind of Avenger of Zendikar, but in Gruul colors, and instead of creating a whole bunch of plants, he creates one, and then that plant just like he can just put like 4 1/1 counters on it whenever, so that plant becomes enormous instead of having a bunch of plants that kind of grow. So. Oh, darn it. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, so now we've got a foil Dreadworm. And we already saw it, so, but there we go. So we've got a extended Hagra Mauling. Very cool. And this flips to be extended art land on the other side. It's really interesting what these cards are going to do to Magic. Commander, what that happens to land count. Yeah, it'll just be interesting. You know, a lot of the cards. I think it's fair to say that a lot of the cards that can become lands, the abilities just are a little lackluster. Obviously, that's probably good because if they could just be lands or crazy powerful spells, that would be maybe too good. But frankly, a lot of them seem like they're going to be very good. All right, here we go. Pack number 3. I like that. I like this card. Candy Ox, Rabbit Bite. Oh, that's pretty. Nimble Trap Finder. Yeah, let's see here. He can't be blocked if you had another Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, or Wizard enter the battlefield under your control this turn. So this is one of the party mechanic style cards. At the end of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, creatures you control gain. Whenever this creature deals combat damage, draw a card. So if you have even like a single shapeshifter on your team, this guy goes bonkers. He would go great in the Anawan deck. He would be a wonderful upgrade. Here we have a foil Charix, a legendary creature, Leviathan Crab. Pretty cool. I'll let you read him. You can pause there if you want. Yeah, we've got some of these alternate arts. Makindi Ox. We have another full art dual land. So we've got the Riverglide Pathway. Here, I'm going to flip it down again. We got the Lava Glide Pathway. So blue, red. Pretty cool. Our next card, boom. On the Nectar Pot. Oh, we did it. Check it out. There's a foil Expedition. A foil Marsh Flats. Oh, that's pretty. Cool. That's gorgeous. So this is one of the fetch lands. All right, so gonna make sure I do not damage that card. That's very cool. Here, we're gonna put that in a sleeve right now. Pretty cool. All right. I wonder how often that happens. I wonder how often. I mean, my guess is once per box is not even guaranteed. So I don't actually know. But okay, here we go. Got. Huh. Yo. Journey into Oblivion. Mountain, really pretty mountain. Roiling Vortex, Extended Border. Kargan Infiltrator, foil rare. Got some alternate art cards, the Threadworm. Ooh, look at that. One of the alternate art Planeswalkers, Jace, Mirror Mage. He's really neat. He's got a lot of text and, yeah. But he creates clones of himself, which is really neat. Oh, ho, ho, check it out. Look at that. A foil extended border Nissa of Shadowed Bows. That is gorgeous. This card, by the way, is going to be insane because it is a Planeswalker that has a landfall ability. If you are wondering what green does in Commander, let me assure you that it puts lands into play. So, Nissa of Shadowed Bows, 4-mana Planeswalker. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, just put a loyalty counter on it. So that Marsh Flats I showed you just a second ago, that's going to be worth 2 loyalty counters. +1 ability. Untap target land you control. It can become a 3/3 elemental with haste and menace until end of turn. It's still a land. You know, yeah, it's something. Now, it's now her -5 ability. So, mind you, we could cast this and ultimate it on the first turn if we're going to drop a Marsh Flats, or really any land. It's just, if you drop a Marsh Flats, you don't even lose Nissa. So you may put a creature card with a converted mana cost equal or lesser to the number of lands you control onto the battlefield from your hand, totally for free, or your graveyard with two 1/1 counters on it. So that's insane because it means that it acts kind of like a tooth and nail. It means that it acts kind of like a reanimate spell, and it's only limited by the amount of lands you have. Like I said, that is not much of a limitation in green because guess what green does? Green makes sure that it has lands. So that is a cool pull. All right. Let's keep her going. We're not going to top that, honestly. Bubble Snare. I really like this swamp because if you look at it, the video is not going to do it justice. It has green in it as a color. and so it's really pretty to look at. Okay, destroy all non-land permanents. This is awesome because this is a board wipe that is also a land. One of the this is just so cool because I mean that is a very expensive board wipe. 8 mana, but in Commander, one of the things greedy players always are struggling with is big removal, like whether or not, you know, to run as much of it. And so cards like this are really cool. Here we've got another dual land, just a foil version of it. So here I'm going to tuck everything down again. So here we've got a Pillar Bridge Pathway, and sorry for the Needle Bridge Pathway. Okay, here's our next card. You know, I probably don't need to do this because it's been like a common every time. I wonder if it's just always a couple of commons with the alternate art. Bright Claw Pathway and a Grim Claw Pathway. So these dual lands, very common so far in the collector boosters. So that'll be interesting. Skyclave Squid. Kind of pretty card. Guys, we're hitting it off tonight. We've got ourselves another expedition. This is a wasteland. This is a phenomenal experience. That is gorgeous. That is my favorite wasteland to date, by the way. So that is another foil Zendikar Expedition. Awesome. I gotta be honest with you. I was planning on opening 2 boxes. I'm not even sure. I don't know. Like, I'm afraid to open the second one because at this point, I just want to make sure there's enough for you guys. Because we're still waiting on half of our disbursement. And I think this video is going to get across the point that these are pretty rock stars. So I may just stop at 1 to make sure we've got enough over the weekend. Risen Riptide. Normal Brushfire Elemental. Okay. Ooh, that's really pretty. Look at that. Oh, sorry for the light. That's cool. Okay, an Extender Throne of McKindy. This is a card that makes kicking spells easier. Kind of. To me, it looks like it's a control deck style card because you do have to tap it and mana to put charge counters on it, and then you can remove charge counters. So it definitely a little bit of setup with the card, but then it definitely makes your kicker spells more powerful. Cool. I like this because I'm running a prison style Azorius commander deck. I definitely have a Lavinia deck, and Archon will fit right in there. Here we've got some of those alternate arts. Okay, here we've got, a Skyclave Shade. We opened a normal version of this. I think a foil is what we opened. This is just an alternate art version of the same card. Okay, we've got a foil McKindy Ox. Woo! Speaking of Archons of Emeria, maybe the deck needs a foil borderless one. And a Core Warrior. Let's be real. Core Warrior and Insect win the pack, right? Pretty sweet. Okay, well, we're halfway through. So now, that means it's Zendikar Expedition time. Yeah, and we're almost at 20 minutes too, so I'm going to cap this video. I'm going to stop the video after we open this, and then all right, here we go. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Got a little foil specks on there. Okay. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. A polluted delta. So cool. All right, look at that. So now this is a non-foil card. This is it's a normal card What's interesting is that the little Zendikar like um, hedron lines do have a little bit of a gloss to them. So the card is non-foil, but it's not as non-foil as non-foil cards. I don't know if that's a good way to explain it. But look at that. Cool. So we just got another fetch land. All right, guys, that's video 1 of 2 of the collector boosters. I'm going to do the other half of the box in the next video.